All right, so let's do a 2-day review. I drove it around yesterday. I haven't driven it around today because uh, the locking ring on the fuel tank I found to be leaking this morning when I moved it. Um, I think part of that is my fault. So I had tried to put the locking ring and the seal in underneath the car. I got a little bit of fuel on it. The seal swelled up. Um, it must have, well, it was swollen when I took it apart, but um, it, yeah, I had to pull the tank out, take the seal out. I had another seal and a locking and the locking ring that actually came with the tank versus the locking ring that is in the that was with the pump unit. And I've replaced that, and it looks to be okay now. But that was real frustrating because I had 12 gallons of gas in it. Luckily, I had just enough place to put it. Um, so, anyways, I replaced the seal this morning. It seems like it's okay now. The thing that I have noticed twice now, since I've had to fill the tank twice or refill it. You see the thermostat just opened because it went from 198 to 170. Anyways, I get sidetracked. It sticks on empty, and I think it's not that accurate. So it's got like 12 gallons in it. I guess it's finally coming around. It's showing just over a half. It should be closer to 3/4. So it definitely reads low. I don't like that. But it's okay. One of the problems is, though, is it's sticking on empty when it's all the way down. Now, I don't know if it's going to do that. Oh, look at that. It just jumped again. Yeah, I don't know about this sending unit that this thing comes with. It's really not awesome. Not near as good as the Scott Drake one, the standard one that was in there. Um, so I don't know if it's not going to stick at the bottom because it's never going to be empty. I'll always fill it, at a quarter of a tank or something. So it might not do that. But I had to pull forward on the driveway and then jam on the brakes, and that dislodged it, and it popped and it came up. So, that's not cool. That means that the arm is sticking. Now, I noticed that before, so when I took the pump out, or I didn't take it all the way out, but I took it out far enough where I could check the float arm, it moves totally freely. So I don't know why it's sticking in the down position, but it seems to dislodge. I don't think it's going to stick again unless you run it completely out of fuel, which I'll never do. So I don't know. That's funky. So that's something I don't like. I have played with the AFRs a little bit, and I'm going to play with the Cruise AFR because I think it's just too rich. Just as a guess. I didn't look at any feedback. I didn't look at any plugs yet, but just a second here. We'll get in here and I'll show you. Still learning how to use the sniper. It's a little different than the Phytech. So we go to basic fuel. Glare is absolutely awful right now. See, I'm fumbling through this. Oh, target AFR. There we go. Okay. I turned the idle AFR up to 13.8. I tried 14. It didn't like it. So this particular engine likes to be a little bit more on the rich side, which is, there could be a wide array for that. Target AFR at cruise is currently at 13.8. I'm going to bump that to 14. I think I'm going to take it out for a drive. The target AFR at wide open throttle is 12.8. It feels like it's pulling pretty good, so I'm probably going to leave that alone. But they've got it rich. They've got idle and cruise rich from the factory. So the cruise, I think it's sucking a lot of fuel. I can just tell because the gas gauge isn't all that accurate, but it went from full to 3/4 pretty quick after 4 or 5 pulls of wide open throttle. And then I cruised around town quite a bit. Cruise should be somewhere between 14.4, I want to say, with this. This is a stock engine. It doesn't need to be that rich. I'm not sure why they started out that rich, but it'll learn, but it's going to learn to achieve what you tell it right here. So it's going to learn and add or subtract fuel to get to 13.8. It doesn't know that 13.8 is the right AFR. So that's where a dyno would come in handy, or you just drive it and read the plugs. That's one way to do it. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. I'm going to bump that to 14. Think I'll take it for a drive, and we'll go from there. So I just want to do a quick update on it. Tell you that I had to play with that. It's getting better and better. It's idling smoother and smoother, as it's learning. And then eventually If you read the instructions, what it tells you to do is to cut the learning off. So once it sticks around 3-4% at learn, and it's not going outside of that, it's not learning 10% plus or minus. If it's between 3 and 4%, they tell you to turn the learn off. I'm not sure why. I guess they're afraid of it, becoming too sensitive, or who knows. Phytech doesn't tell you to do that, but the sniper instructions do, so I'll follow what they say. But I am going to play with the AFRs a little bit. There are certain settings they tell you not to play with, like Excel enrichment and stuff like that. They tell you not to play with that until the thing learns, because it'll compensate for those things. But the target AFRs you can play with right away. So anyways, I'm going to play around with this a little bit, but I just wanted to do a quick update. Okay, I bumped it to 14.0 AFR cruise. If anything, it's running a little bit smoother. I might be able to push that a little bit further. I may go to 14.2 with it, try it, see how it is. It's a little bit harder to tell with cruise. If you keep leaning it out, what's going to happen is eventually it'll start to surge. Probably start to surge. But it seems to be kind of happy there. If it's sucking too much fuel, I'm going to adjust it up again. But yeah, definitely 13.8 for a stock inline 6 is just going to be too rich at cruise. It's going to want to be on the more lean side. Larger camshafts, generally, you're going to be more rich kind of across the board. So just wanted to give you that quick update. Nothing to see here, just wanted to talk about it.